We are back with a Fox News alert. Here's a live look in London, where we're awaiting a police news conference on the Parliament terror attack.
This is how we got up today. A car plowed into a barricade outside the House of Parliament. The driver under arrest.
Witnesses say the driver deliberately hit pedestrians and cyclists before turning into the barricade, which he hit at something like 50 miles an hour. Initially, 10 people went down. 2 people are known hurt. Let's bring in former Deputy Assistant Director of FBI's Counterterrorism Division, the man responsible for catching the Unabomber, Terry Turchi, who joins us today from San Francisco. Terry, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning, Steve. Good morning, Ainsley. Good morning, Brian.
So they have arrested a 20-year-old man. He's been taken into custody, and now they're talking about terrorism. What do you see when you look at these circumstances?
Well, we've talked about this before, and early on, you kind of want to parse your words and be a little bit careful. But he's young. He's 20 years old. He's using a technique that's been used before. We're in London, where they're having constant problems with people in terrorist activity. So right now, it looks like it's a possibility, but it's just a little early to tell. We'll see what the police have to say, but it certainly looks to me like it could very well be a terrorist attack.
Yeah, he didn't run to get away. He sat there. He got arrested, so that was his hit. I guess the positive, if you're ISIS or an extremist, you say, well, London tourism goes down. People are more wary. There's going to be more barriers and more restrictions. But that's hardly 9/11. But this is what they're down to now? Do you think they have no other options?
Well, I think we have to remember, Brian, that they've been for a long time now spreading the message, just go out as an individual and do whatever you can do. So maybe that was all he could manage to do. But I think that the big message here is that terrorism is going to be with us for a while, whether it comes from the domestic direction or it comes from these people who are still trying to participate and make the best of the international jihad. So we'll just see what this brings. But it certainly wouldn't surprise me that it's a person trying to commit an act of terror and intimidate people.
Terry, why does this keep happening in that particular area or in London?
Well, it's happening in London, I believe, and this is just my opinion, but it's happening there more because their immigration situation is out of control. Again, I don't know who this person is, but it wouldn't surprise me at all if we find out this is someone who came in there recently and is now just turning against the country. We're bringing people into a lot of countries in Western civilization who are just not assimilating. And they don't want to assimilate. And they don't want to accept where they live is, for the same reasons we've always had people want to immigrate to, say, the United States, where they want to become part of the society. They want to have their own society that they bring with them, and they want to continue to fight with the ideology against us.
And Terry, it's such a simple attack. As it turns out, this Ford Fiesta was going down the street 50 miles an hour. Apparently, there were 10 bicyclists waiting for the light to change and a bunch of pedestrians. And he just swerved over, tried to hit as many of them as he could, and then tried to get through the Ballard barricade thing and did not. Just pretty much came to a stop right then.
And given that kind of detail, it's definitely an attack. So we'll just have to wait a little while to see what this particular person's motive was. But whether it's a car or it's somebody running down the street with a machete or they have a firearm or they're placing bombs, I mean, one way or the other, people are going to get hurt. And they're trying to send us a message. They're trying to say, look, we're going to keep doing this until you kind of pick up and fold. And obviously, we're not going to do that. And particularly today with President Trump, I think the message is very clear, and I hope the FBI is right there in the front lines, too, that we're vigilant eternally here, and we're going to fight this to the end.
And, Terry, finally, just on the firing of Peter Strzok, good day or bad day for the FBI? Because his lawyer says they already said he had a suspension, and it's politics that he got fired. What do you think?
Yeah, his lawyer is absolutely wrong, and I think this is a great way for Dave Buttigieg to get started as the FBI deputy director. He's sending a message to the public the FBI's back. He's sending the message to the FBI employees, the FBI agents, that, look, I've been in the FBI. I know what the FBI stands for and what it is, and I know what the rules are. And his behavior, Peter Strzok's behavior, was unacceptable. And you will not find any FBI agent, or I don't think any FBI employee, who will tell you that they would have gotten by with the kind of things that Peter Strzok got by with. So as far as I'm concerned, Peter Strzok's lawyer is just pretty much full of baloney. And we need to understand that the FBI is different. It's always been different. And it's time we got back to what the FBI was and should be in the eyes of the American people.
Yeah.
And that is no nonsense. And that's what Dave's decision did today.
Yeah, there are a few bad apples,
yesterday.
but Terry, we thank you and we thank all those in the field offices around the country for what they do. Thank you for being with us.